Good afternoon, Mr.
Yeah,
Jasper.
good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. In the recent weeks, Nepal protests has been trending in Nigeria. Do you think Nepal protest can actually happen here in Nigeria?
Well, that's a very good question. I've seen a couple of things online, debate for and against, and some is out of fear that it may happen and why it should not. But the question I will throw back to you, the circumstances and situation that led to the Nepal protest, are they happening in Nigeria?
Of
Do
course.
we have large number of unemployed and frustrated youths? Do we have economic pain? Do we have corruption? Then if we have all those indices in this country, then it is very possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. But we've already witnessed something like that before during the NSACs. Do you think such a current can still happen again, can still rise again?
I believe very strongly that it can still happen again. Before NSAS happened, a lot of us felt, a lot of Nigerians felt, in Nigeria, something like that can never happen, blah, 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 blah. But it was spontaneous. The Nepal protest too was spontaneous. The leadership of Nepal never saw it coming. There was a ban on social media and that triggered it. So if it's going to happen in any country, it's just something that will trigger it. And just like NSAS in 2020, this Nepal protest, it has no leadership. It was just spontaneous, but it happened because the people were already frustrated. They were sitting on a keg of gunpowder of frustrated youths. So when you have that kind of prolonged frustration, a little trigger, then everything will just snowball into a wide protest.
Thank you very much, sir. But what do you think will trigger that kind of protest here in Nigeria?
You must also remember that in 2020, when we had the NSACs, it was the NSACs, it was the frustration from the Special Anti-Robbery Squad officers that led to it. They were frustrating Yahoo guys or youth suspected to be Yahoo. That was what led to it. So that was just the trigger. So in Nigeria at the moment, a lot of things are happening that could lead or trigger wide protest. That it was not successful in 2020 does not mean it will not happen again. As long as there are indices that suggest that people and the youth especially are frustrated. All over the world, the youth are getting more restive, restless about corruption, unfulfilled promises, economic pain, because the Gen Z, part of the characteristic of the Gen Z is restlessness, is impatience. So we also have all those things present with us here. Corruption at wholesale level. Corruption at wholesale level. You have lies in high places, you have wickedness, you have weak institutions. People are suffering and the youth are very frustrated. So once you have all those things present, then you know that if care is not taken, a little misadventure or careless comment from anyone can just trigger anything anytime.
Some people say protests only bring destructions. What do you think? What's your take on it?
Protest brings destruction, truly. But that is the more reason why government must prevent protests from happening at all. Because protests will bring destruction, because the youths that are going to demonstrate and protest, they all have different value, and even among them, they have different orientations, they have different goals for the protest. While some people are protesting sincerely because they want changes, some are protesting because it's an avenue for them to loot. And that is why government must prevent protest as much as possible. It's not peculiar to Nigeria. It's all over the world. Even in the US, when they protest, they vandalize. When they protest, they loot. So you know that is one of the collateral damages of protest. And why the more reason why government should prevent any kind of protest, whether it is peaceful or violent. Most protests start peacefully.
Thank you very much, sir. But what would be your advice to the government? What do you think the government should do about it, or what's your take on it?
Well, government don't, I keep telling you, government are not, they are not interested in our advice. You understand? But The most important prevention of any kind of protest is number one, try to listen to the people before it gets to a protest. What are they complaining about? What are they talking about? Try to act. That's the best prevention. So in Nigeria today, in what way are they preventing it? I will give you an example. Natasha's case. Until it got to a protest level that they occupied the National Assembly, her office was not unlocked. She was not allowed back, even though she has served the 6-month sentence away from the plenary. So when you always wait till protest before you yield to the agitation of the people, you are inadvertently convincing them that it's only protest that works. So very soon they will protest, and the protest will go out of hand. So I don't have any special advice to them that to change the indices that will prompt violent protest. Once they take away those indices, hunger in the land, too large frustrated idle youths during working hours, corruption, reduction in corruption if not completely removed, if those things are not taken care of, then we are only waiting for a gun. We are sitting on a keg of gunpowder that can erupt anytime.
If the youth of Nepal could do something like that in South Asia, do you think the youth of Nigeria can also rise to that in this country? Is it possible?
You must understand something, that it is the Gen Z. It doesn't matter the geographical location. They have common characteristics. Number one, they love pleasure. Number two, they are restless. Number three, they are impatient. Number four, they are very advanced too technologically. So these things are present. They are in South Asia. They are also in West Africa, in Nigeria. So, and we have larger percentage of our Nigerian youths are idle. They are not gainfully employed. And majority of those who are gainfully employed among them are artisans. So they are very easy to mobilize for any violence. Those days, all government had to do to prevent violence protest in the early 90s and in the 90s, was just to close down the school, because it was through the student union that you mobilize. So once students are at home, it was difficult. But now, mobilization can start from the social media. And before you call them to order, it will go out of hand. Because what is happening in Nepal is because of this generation that we had, that we are so current with what is happening there. 20 years ago, we would not have known until maybe about 2-3 months after. We now see it on CNN, okay, maybe on CNN, maybe, but it won't be widespread like this, because not only very few people had access to CNN even then. You understand?
Thank you very much for your time, sir. That will be all.